Hey, Sam. How's it going?
What's up?
What's been the key so far this season to not turning the ball over as an offense? And then how do you kind of keep that going through the rest of the season?
I think it's just all around, right? We do a lot of ball security drills, like every practice. That's an emphasis, and it really is just the guys making plays on throws. There's a couple high balls here and there, and they go up and get it and breaking up anything that's close. But it really nothing too crazy. We just being smart, but it really just like the emphasis from our coaches and practice. He just kind of carries over into the game, and you know, it's going to happen once or twice here the rest of the year. So he's got to be ready for it and bounce back from it. But right now he's doing a good job and just trying to keep the emphasis on it, not let up.
What's changed in your decision-making process from freshman Sam Hartman to redshirt sophomore Sam Hartman?
I think it's just knowing second reads, knowing where the ball's supposed to go. If the first one or the second one's not open, I think when I was younger, I would just force it, thinking that this is the only option. And really now that I know the offense a lot better, I kind of know where I need to finish, and that's a big thing in our quarterback room is just knowing where you're finishing the play, and then just making better decisions, all around. Obviously, just feeling a little bit more comfortable back there, and again, then the receivers and O line have been doing a great job, just keeping me protected and then getting open.
Sam, can you speak to a little bit about Jaquari? How well he's playing this year and what that means for you as a quarterback, the way he's playing.
Yeah, I think going into this year, pre-state strat, opt out. Obviously, we were thinking the slot was going to be one of our weaker points based on the past years of having Greg Dortch and Kendall Hinton. And he's really stepped up. I think he took it out of the challenge that people kind of were overlooking him in the grand schemes of things, and I think that it's just impressive because he's worked so hard, and he's kind of sat back and had to play the second or the third slot for a lot of the his whole career here, and he just waited for his opportunity, and he's obviously taken full advantage of it. And he's a great leader, just very, very stoic in everything he does, very composed, and it's just proud of him because over quarantine we worked a lot together, and it's just cool to see it kind of come to fruition.
The running game has been very well, obviously, this year for you guys. How good are they for you? I mean, for you as a quarterback, Kenneth Walker and Christian Beal, the way they're running the ball and the way you guys are producing on the ground.
Yeah, it's awesome, right? Like you said, they've been doing a really good job, and they're just really good guys, right? I mean, all across the board, just on the offensive side and defensive side, but offense I'm working with a lot or all the time. Those guys, I mean, they're just two really cool guys that the moment never gets too big, and honestly, they take the moment and really make it small. Like you look at Kenny's run against Virginia, right? Just kind of put the team on his back and went 80 yards, and Beal, right, just toting it and take hits and gets right back up, and it's just it's kind of like our MO as a Wake Forest team, and then our offense of just guys that are just can take hits and run hard, and they're selfless in their acts, right? They get carries, or they don't get carries. They're still the same guys, and they pass protect, and it's just a fun feeling when you got a guy next to you that is gonna go to war for you, and they know that I'll do the same for them.
Sam, speaking of that, what makes I don't know if it's the heavy deke or the wild deke, but the direct snaps to Kenneth and Christian with you either lined up, split out, or on the side. What makes that so effective in the offense?
I mean, obviously we're putting extra guys in the box to block, and those guys are so patient and so explosive that they'll be sitting in the backfield for whatever couple steps and then burst out. And by the time that the defense recognizes where that guy is, he's already down the field. And then up front, obviously they just gives them a chance really to kind of just play just downhill football instead of our normal stuff. So it's really just all around the explosive combined with guys just being able to put their nose down and go.
And then how much begging have you been doing to be able to run a route and catch a pass from Christian or Kenny?
I've done a little bit, but I know it'll come, I guess, at some point, or it won't. So we'll see. But as of now, there might be one or two. here and there, but I guess I got to see who can throw the best.
That extra weight's not going to slow you down running a pass pattern?
I don't know. You just watch the tape. We'll see, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I've been moving all right.
We all made a big deal of the extra weight and how much you had bulked up and strengthened up. How's your weight doing? How's your body feeling? Did the time off help you rest and recuperate, and how are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, it's the week, like 7, 8. I don't know. I feel like it's week. We really started in July of just kind of the process. So, I feel good. These bye weeks help a lot, right? You're just not playing a full game, which is really nice. But obviously we're pushing, because we got to kind of make up the conditioning and really the missed reps of being off a week. But no, I feel good. The weight's still there, and I've got hit a couple times here and there, but nothing too crazy. So we're just trying to be smart and not take any really dumb hits. Like, I'll take dumb hits, but I won't try and take really dumb hits. But no, I feel good, and just excited to get back out there and play ball.
Thanks.
Did you ever catch a pass for Oceanside or for Davidson Day?
I actually did. I'm 1 for 1 for like 10 yards. We had one play at Oceanside. I think my receiver was kind of paying me back for like all the bad throws, I guess, because he just threw it up, and I basically got flipped. I caught it, but it was only like 8 yards. So I'm 1 for 1 right now, my completion percentage or reception percentage.
What's the difference between a dumb hit and a really dumb hit?
I would say a really dumb hit was like Virginia Tech, and like a dumb hit would have been like Clemson. So,
Are those specific plays, or just taking a hit in general against Clemson?
that specific, probably just the last play was dumb. I could have thrown it or something. But no, I didn't. I mean, the other ones were fine. It was just making plays.
Sam, looking at Carolina's defense, what are some of the biggest challenges that they might present the offense?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, everybody on that team's, high star recruits and big time name players, and they got some really good players. Like, secondary's great, and got some good guys up front, right? Obviously, Chaz, a great player. The middle linebacker is good, and they're all around. They're going to be just talented football players, and they got a good D coordinator, bring some exotic blitzes and run some different coverages, and but we just play our ball. We'll be good, and but again, they're going to make plays, and really our big key this week is, like always, is just staying level and staying even keel throughout the whole game, and never getting too high, never getting too low is really how we try and approach it, and it's worked so far.
Sam, we talked in the offseason about you and Sam Howell having a little bit of a relationship, both being 704 guys. I'm curious if you talked to him at all in the last 2 months, or if it's just kind of been head down on the grindstone since the season started.
Yeah, I talked to him. It was after their Florida State game. We were just kind of shooting it a little bit, but we text and hear, like, Instagram DM back and forth, like just saying good job or whatever, and. But no, it'd be cool to see him play, and obviously just wish the best of luck to him. Obviously a friend of mine, but once we step on the field, I'm sure he'd be saying the same thing, that it's now the friendship's off. So, but it'll be cool to see him. He's obviously a great player, and it's always fun to watch somebody at your position be excel and make plays. But hopefully we'll watch him next week make plays, not this week.
Do you hear from family or friends or anybody about how often announcers on TV mistake the two of you?
Yeah, I know it goes one. I know the way that it goes, so we'll just leave it at that. We'll be waiting. We'll just leave it at that. I know which way it goes. How about that?
That's very diplomatic of you.
Thank you. Been working on that.
Is there any tendency to watch him play a little bit more, watch a friend play a little bit more when you're on the sideline, or are you so tuned in to I got to get to the telephone to upstairs that it doesn't really matter what their offensive set's doing?
You do catch yourself, like, after we talk to coach and you know, unless it's like a big thing where, you know, if it's just an easy drive, a normal drive, we're not making money adjustments. Yeah, you do. You tend to watch guys like, obviously, if I grew up playing with De'Amni Brown, the receiver, know him pretty well, and yeah, you tend to look and just see, because obviously it's you know, at the end of the day we're playing football, and those guys, you know them, and you want to see what's going on, and then they're good football players. You know, it's never hurts. You have a pretty good seat to watch somebody play, and you know, it goes without saying, all across this year we're gonna have we played some pretty talented players. So, but most of the time I'll probably just be catching like a chance of it if it's like a third down or whatnot. But most of the time I'll just be talking to my guys, trying to figure out what we need to do or change.
Anything else for Sam?
All good.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Appreciate it, boy.
Thanks, Sam.
Yep.
Yeah.